Hello and welcome to Harvard Gulch Golf Course, the gem of Denver's municipal golf system. This is the accessible of accessible golf. It's freaking awesome. And the best part, start new here. You only need a couple clubs, grab a cold one because it's BYOB. We get to sit down today with not just the person who takes care of this golf course, but who takes care of all of Denver and city and county municipal golf, Pam Smith. She is a legend.
7 courses she takes care of. This one, I've never fallen in love with a course as fast as I have with this one. You walk up and you just immediately feel like you're part of a social club. And Pam reflects that vibe back in everything she does. She talked about everything she's doing in service of others. Just a great conversation. Great afternoon.
Definitely. So grab your 9, grab your putter, grab a cold one. Welcome Under the Greens. I know we just did like the welcome spot and like, hey, welcome to Under the Greens and all this stuff. But Pam, it feels like a real treat and a real privilege to be able to sit down with you. You know, I called you as like a long shot, and I was like, city and county of Denver, like the director of agronomy.
That's way up there.
I was like, there's no chance. But we did shake hands at the Capitol for Colorado Golf Day. So maybe. But thanks so much for saying yes to this. We're like kind of beside ourselves to sit here. But also like in a way it's just accessible. It's like it's like you're some bigwig golf person, but you got a municipal golf T-shirt on.
Right on.
You know, it's so rad.
Well, when you told me that Pam said yes, it was like, what? Like she has time for us, you know, and like it felt really cool. But it drove home the point of, and we'll get into this in a little bit, but especially this place, Harvard Gulch, but like municipal golf as a whole is like, let's talk about it. You know, let's do it.
I dig it. Will you tell us a little bit about the journey that it's been to get to, I know you told us a little bit in the keeper spot, but what's the path that leads a person to be the director of agronomy here in Denver? Let's start at your birth and let's go all the way back.
How did your parents meet? How did their parents meet?
You know, I don't think it's that different from a lot of folks in the golf industry. You get hooked young and you realize this is fun. The work is great. It's rewarding. And then whether you're playing golf or you're maintaining golf, it's a hook. You get hooked. I always say golf is sticky.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when I recruit people, I see a spark in somebody who's maybe a college kid and they're flirting with whatever career they might be on. I was like, why don't you give us a couple years and you might like us as a career. Yeah. So the pathway is open to anybody. There's really no trick to it.
Sorry.
And as you've noted, people in the industry are just amazing folks. Yeah. I mean, they just give it all. So.
Yeah. You talk about how rewarding the work is. What for you feels like the most rewarding for your position now? Actually, can I take that back and ask you, will you tell us a little bit about your position now and like what your day-to-day looks like? Because you're not pushing a mower or top dressing a green or something like that. You're a little bit removed from that.
Yeah.
You've got chops in that, but
yeah.
What does a day in your life look like?
Yep. So fair question, because it's kind of ancient history. 18 years ago, I came to Denver. I've been in this role ever since. My day-to-day out here is supporting the people who do the work, and leading my part of the organization, which is the maintenance team, whether it's capital improvement, building infrastructure that relates to maintenance, irrigation systems. It's kind of being the next level above the superintendent, and chops into it. Yeah, I've historically was a golf course superintendent. I'm a CGCS, so I earned that many years ago. But my
Can you tell me what a CGCS
certified? Yeah, sure. Certified Golf Course Superintendent by GCSA.
Okay.
Has that certification process. So I got that back when I was a boots on the ground superintendent. But as the director of agronomy, we have an amazing team here, so I don't have to do the day-to-day. So I get to do next level things, which is just continue to build the organization, move us forward, and support the folks, men and women that do the work.
Yeah. What does that support look like? you know, in the wintertime or in the you know, the off season or in the playing season like it is now?
Yep. I think the biggest thing is to provide a sounding board, some feedbacks like, hey, we've got these things going on, and hey, here's an issue I came across today. I'll give you an example. We had a power line go out over at Overland the other weekend. It was the power that fed the river pump. Hey, we've got this problem, and then I know my resources. What can I do to support him to get his power back on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's some of that, and a lot of times they're pretty self-sufficient on problem solving, but a lot of times it's finding a need. They really want to push forward, whether it's robotic mowing or it's turf rad, which is a new type of moisture management system.
We gotta talk about turf rad.
Turf
it's
rad.
so cool. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, we're hedging closer and closer towards that every day. We demoed that up at City Park. But anyway, so it's saying, hey, show me that technology. So the superintendents lead with hey, this is it.
Yeah.
And we've had a few other like this. This isn't it. This is it, right? So we go, how do we make that happen? And then I work with the director of golf to show him the potential of some of this new technology, and we try to make it happen. And then I have to navigate some of the city systems to support the superintendent to make it from an IT perspective and all that. So.
Gotcha. What are some of the challenges? You know, you just mentioned like go through the city systems. Like, are there unique challenges to being over like municipalities versus like, you know, the Blackberry patch or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they're challenges, but they're just different challenges. So in the municipal system, you feel like you have a lot more red tape, but it's a system.
Yeah.
And you navigate the system just like you would any other infrastructure, and it's pretty reliable. I mean, once you know, oh, this is how the procurement process works. This is how technology works. This is how we need to have a contract so we can acquire these goods, or a construction contract to acquire services. It's a lot slower moving, but I like the predictability.
Okay.
And the system and infrastructure. And once you've been around long enough, you don't feel like it's a burden. You just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of learn the guardrails, and you're able to work within that. And
Yep.
that's anywhere, right? Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you doing any of the like political? Are you fighting for golf for agronomy on a political level, or is that more like level above you type of stuff? Like, what does that look like for you as far as like, no, we need to fight for this thing for our golf courses?
So from a political perspective, what I do is provide subject matter expertise.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't really get into the politics, you know, we should do this, we should do that. Someone asks for information, we provide.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. And a lot of it right now has to do with water conservation. What are we doing to hit that
Yeah.
20% for our drought target? What are we doing to transition into less reliance on fossil fuels and more reliance on battery operated equipment?
Talk to me about what that 20% is real quick. Say more about that.
So we're in stage 1 drought. So our facilities that rely on Denver water, stage 1. Of course, Colorado has varying stages. I don't think there's anyone not in a drought.
Right.
Yeah.
Very few of anybody in any part of Colorado is not in the drought. So stage 1 drought is a 20% reduction over your past 5 years' use
Okay.
between the months of May and October.
Okay. Great.
To the point.
Yeah.
Easy to
know.
understand.
Yeah.
Subject material expert.
Yeah.
I know her.
Yeah.
I almost had a cough at the same
Yeah.
time.
We got. Yeah.
No asbestos in here. It's a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I talking
Totally
about?
fine.
Yeah, there might have been a plume under here at one time. We won't-
Wait, Daisy, cut that out.
yeah.
I'm teasing. What do you feel like has been a super rewarding part of your job? You know, you talk about your people all the time. I ask for recommendations on, hey,
Yeah.
who should I know? You know, who would be great on this? And you go like, literally any of my people. You know, like literally
Yeah.
any of our people would
Yeah.
be really awesome. What's
The coolest now, sometimes it felt like it was a challenge to get the right people in position. When I say challenges, you know, we had to go through. Let me back out this before I dig deeper.
Oh, sure.
Stay positive.
Take your time.
Yeah, I want to say it positively and not throw anybody under the bus or anything like that. But
sure, yeah.
golf is, if you're not moving forward, if you're not pushing the envelope, you were moving backwards. So sitting still is not an option.
Yeah.
So if you were good in 1993, in 2026, you are way in the history. I mean, you're not relevant.
Yeah.
So when you say what's the best thing, it's like putting people in positions who are constantly pushing the envelope, constantly driving to get better, and adaptation. Our superintendents since COVID and golf went nuts have had to completely change how they manage turf to accommodate golf, and it's calling audibles for many years. I think we're getting a flow going on.
Gotcha.
But the most rewarding thing is to see our team develop and become, I say, stop being your number one seasonal superintendent. You have got to be the leader that will bring the next level up.
Yeah.
So I have got to support you. You got to support your team below you. So we're constantly pushing forward and leveling up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best thing is watching new talent develop. So our assistants become superintendents.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. And then like irrigation techs then taking on that assistance role. So we're growing our own. So that is the best. Yeah.
Do you have somebody who's kind of gone that path in your organization from almost, like seasonal kind of through to superintendent?
Quite a few folks.
Really?
Not superintendent. I shouldn't say they haven't gone all the way to superintendent. I mean, I can think of one guy right now. He's just a powerhouse, energy, just full of like go.
Yeah.
And he came back from the golf course one day. He's out there playing golf. I said, "You're gonna run this place one day, right? You're gonna get it."
Yeah.
We all were there grinding it out and getting it right, and that's the kind of talent you're gonna see.
Shout out to that guy, whoever you are.
Yep. So we've had many folks promote from seasonals to, I think, irrigation techs and assistants. And so I think they're right now, some of our superintendents, longtime superintendent Evergreen started out as a seasonal way before my time, but yeah.
Wow.
He's like 35 plus years taking care of all these golf courses. Yeah. Phil Patron.
Wow. Shout out to Phil.
Oh,
Yeah.
Phil, we got
That's
Brandon.
awesome.
Come on,
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah, I feel like it's really cool to find the right person to take a spot, like in any organization, right? Like everybody knows, like the ins and outs. You don't have like you have a learning curve, but it's different, right? I feel like that's so cool to build from the inside out, like and kind of have almost like a relational infrastructure to have a pipeline to have people kind of come up through the ranks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many, for context for me, for listeners and viewers, we have 8 courses in the city and county of Denver that you're in charge of. Rough estimate, how many people you guys employ at the height of seasonal?
Yeah, boy, I wish I had that number off the top of my head. I want to say we probably have about 25, 30 FTEs.
Okay.
And in the neighborhood, 100-ish seasonals.
Wow.
There could be more,
Yeah.
but seasonals really being like they maybe only work 20 hours or they maybe
Yeah.
work 39 hours.
Yeah.
So
FTE being full-time employee.
Yep. Yeah, thank you.
I love that.
Benefited, city benefited employee.
I work for the city of Fort Collins, so
Okay.
I know the parlance.
The parlance. I dig it.
And, sorry,
No, go ahead.
8 courses. Obviously, we're here at Harvard Gulch today. This is clearly the best of the 8, right? What's your favorite child out of the 8?
Man, you can't pick one.
Who's your favorite child?
Yeah. So I will clarify. So when we say 8, so there's 8 facilities. 7 of them
courses.
are green
Sorry,
grass.
sorry,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
7 are green
Aqua
grass.
golf
Yep.
is the mini golf.
Yeah, I'm not laying claim to that one because that one is a labor of love for that whole organization.
Yeah.
They have to harvest balls out in the lake. It's an aqua driving range. They go on a pontoon. Those guys are epic.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go.
wild. So what
That's
is
where
my
we
favorite?
ought to go out on a pontoon
Yeah.
with them someday and shoot a pot out there. Another one
Or in a cage.
in a cage. I had this idea that like one of our gimmicks, not a gimmick, one of our segments could be like finding the best driving range in America, but we're doing like the pod out in a little cage in the driving range.
Oh my God, pink.
Yeah.
I was fixing the ball picker, at the old course at Loveland, and I would go out and verify my fix and that I had done an actual good job. And driving that thing around, I mean, I know what kind of golfer I am.
You're going for it.
There are a lot of golfers
You are
like
going
me
for it.
who are just
Yeah.
trying to pepper that thing.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
And it's horrible sounding on the inside. It makes you jump
it's
every time.
terrifying.
Like,
Yeah.
even though you know it's kind of, you're like, it's going to
safe.
happen.
Yeah.
And I'm safe.
Yeah.
Still rattles.
I'm
the
seeing a
cage.
future for you guys in that range picker.
See?
Do a whole show from inside
the range.
Well, let me know how I can help with that because I want to be there when that happens.
Yes. Nailed it.
Sorry, I took us off there.
It's so good. We were talking upstairs about the about kind of like how your competitive nature comes out. Like, you know, it came out first. Well, not first, but first in golf when you were working and trying to beat your kind of high school age peers. You know, raking bunkers and beating them by 15 minutes. Maybe they didn't know. But it was so fun because I felt like I got a glimpse upstairs when you were talking about this adaptive golf, the verticart. Will you talk a little bit about why that matters to you? Like why kind of going after that and wanting to have the accessibility of golf?
Sure.
Like, why does that?
Well, it did start, and I mentioned Quinn Brett. It started with her and her. She was on a podcast. She's on many podcasts, and she's an outdoor adventurer. And my heart's in the outdoors. I mean, no matter what, I'm an outdoor dog.
Yeah.
And to be limited in your mobility and not be able to access the outdoors, I'm like, that would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And golf is an amazing sport. I don't know if it's cruel or not to bring people into golf because it's hard, right?
Yeah.
It is a hard game.
Yeah. I love this thing that you might hate and also love.
But when you hit that pure shot, you're just like, oh, there's nothing better, right?
No doubt.
So why would we golf not have the ability to bring folks out to the golf course when the equipment's available?
Yeah.
So what got me started competitive-wise in that is like, hey, we're Denver Golf. We're about accessibility. We're about inclusion. We're municipal golf. We're public golf. We have junior golf, first tee of Colorado.
Yes.
Why aren't we doing this? And I thought we were doing it because we had a brand of cart, which isn't anything wrong with the solo rider. It's just different.
Yeah.
So when I learned about the stand-up and play golf cart, it was a game changer. And Craig Hospital is right around the corner. I don't know if you knew that, but we partner with Craig to come out, and they do some rec therapy out here.
Wow. Okay.
Folks come out that are freshly coming off their injury, come out to Harvard Gulch.
Do physical therapy and stuff.
Yeah, to get their shot in the verticat and stand up. And I remember one kid, young man, he's like, I haven't hugged my mom. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
You know, stand up and hug your person.
Yeah, because I imagine that you lose a lot of the things that we just don't understand the connection. You know, Tyler gave me a real big ass hug yesterday.
Yeah.
And it mattered. And I could see exactly what you're talking about of like having to reach up or, you know, like it just not getting that feeling. And when you're talking about the solo rider versus the what do you call
Verticat.
it? Verticat.
Yeah.
Verticat. That was my nickname in high school.
Verticat.
I was curious, like Daisy, you'll cut
Old
that
Harry
in
Carey
post,
from
please.
SNL.
Oh, man. Okay.
Hey,
okay.
Pam.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite golf ball? Mine's a Titleist.
Tylerist. Anyway, you're talking about the solo rider as you're still sitting. You're still in that sitting position versus, as we know as golfers, that standing is, you know, obviously that standing position is so important. So I don't know where I lost my train of thought on it, but the mindset behind that, not just doing it, but doing it well. Like, oh, I learned about this thing. That is better. That is the next step. That is in the future. We need to be moving to that.
Yeah.
We can't just say, well, we have these solo riders.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of goes to a bit of the ethos you were saying earlier. Like if you, in golf specifically, if you are not moving forward, if you are kind of like an old dog who is resistant to learning new tricks and getting new information and trying new things, then you're kind of obsolete.
Yeah.
So it seems like you're kind of that is like ingrained like in your soul. That, you know that or maybe I don't know if golf gave you that or if you gave that to golf, but no, that's really admirable.
Yeah.
So and you got to have. I'm sorry. Remind me of her name.
Quinn Brett.
Quinn Brett.
We're coming for you, Quinn.
Quinn.
Hit us up. No, we'll hit you up. You're too busy.
Yeah.
She's up in Estes, not far from you.
Let's go. Oh, we'll go over see Estes Park Golf Course.
That's what I'm saying. On the mountain loop.
And like I said, Estes just got their first verticat. She made it happen.
That rocks.
That's cool.
You got to have her out here.
Harvard Gulch,
Yeah. What was that like first time having her out?
Complete shit show.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's go. All right, then we got to have the story about it.
We still developed a friendship as a result.
That's a
So-
preview clip right there.
Yeah.
Complete shit show. Everyone loses their mind.
So we had one of the original paragolfers. I had no idea how it worked, but I'm going to figure it out, right? We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And she was a good sport about it because I thought she knew how to use it, right? So she comes out. I'm like, I was kind
You
of
thought
like,
Quinn knew how?
yeah, I was, and I kind of fangirled, right? Because
Yeah.
this is like, I've listened to podcasts of this
Yeah.
epic mountain climber
Yeah.
and all her other adventures that she's got going. She's got a movie and all. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's coming out.
No
really hard.
way.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we took Drew Greer, who's the proprietor here. He's the golf course operator here. I said, you might be about the same size she is. Let's strap you into this cart, see what happens.
Okay.
So we're like 2 hours, and I'm sweating bullets. Like, I'm like, oh my God. So we get Drew in it. We think we're set, and we get Quinn in it. She's like hanging in some weird ways and
Oh,
stuff,
no.
and she's still a good sport. And we moved on from that, right?
I could feel that in here. You're like fangirling,
That ain't
and
it.
also
That ain't
I'm
it.
disappointing you.
and like, are you okay? She's like, I can't feel it anyway. You know? Let me,
Oh, jeez.
I can't get that. So, anyway, so she was a great sport. She did a really cool video. I'll send you guys that video. And dude, I don't want to lose it right here, but off the first tee, she hit a pure shot.
Yes.
Her first shot was pure, and you're just like, oh my God, this is what it's all about.
No
so
doubt.
I know we're talking about turf and grass.
Yeah.
No, we're
But,
talking about
yeah.
the game, the stories of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about making things happen for other people when you can do that, and you just start rolling. And I feel like we're steamrolling a little bit. We went like I got 10 people trained. Marie Bronning, who's our adaptive rec therapist, we're up to like 40 plus people trained, and now with her being full time, we're going to go nuts with it. We're going to
Yeah.
really get it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so awesome. There's this phrase that keeps coming up in my mind, for the sake of others. It seems like that, like everything that you're saying is like, I am in this position, in this leadership position for the sake of others. I am, how do I help these people grow? How do I help these people solve their problems? How do I get Quinn Brett out here to hit, like to play real golf and not just like, a cheap knockoff, but like
Yeah.
persevering through that. You don't just do that here. Like that is also a part of you, right? Like I would love to talk about what you're actually going to after this podcast, which is another thing that is just like for the sake of others.
Yeah, actually the slogan is so that others may live. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So yeah, search
I'm
and
good.
rescue. Yeah, good lead-in.
I don't.
Yep, got that.
No.
I'm gonna get
kudos
tapped
here.
with that. That's yeah. No, I won't, but maybe. Anyway, so go. Sorry, I interrupted you, but yeah, that was. So I do search and rescue on a volunteer basis in Douglas County. So Douglas County Search and Rescue. Go Douglas County Search and Rescue. It's an amazing group
Do
of
they have a
people.
mascot like a Bernese Mountain Dog or like a Saint Bernard with a thing of beer around it?
No, I got a really cool logo. You can take a peek on the car today.
Go DCSNR.
DC SAR, yeah, it's awesome.
SAR, DC
SAR.
SAR.
And
You nerd.
I was going with the in and out. I know.
That's right, Daisy.
Daisy, you can
Daisy,
cut
can
me,
we get
cut
a
me from the
boo
show.
track on? Can we get a boo track on Morgan right now? 1, 2, 3. Boo. How did you get into that? And like,
Yeah. So I love to hike. I was probably either going to be a customer of Search and Rescue or join them. I did, yeah. If it is stupid.
maybe both.
Yeah, but
It
there's
could
still
be an-
chances.
It
Yeah.
could be an eventful.
It's like the guy,
Yeah.
the Just for Men hair color guy. I'm not only the president, I'm also a client.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the worst type of joke. I'm sorry.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I don't. I've never been. I've never needed that. Sorry, is that a bad joke? You'll get me back later. All right.
As a young man going into the graying area, it's a little.
we
Go
love
on.
to razz. We
Sorry.
love to
I love
bust
yeah.
chops.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
How did you get into this?
Yeah, so there was a search and rescue going on, or a search going on in Douglas County. I'll leave the details out of it. And I'm hiking, and I was like, hey, we're gonna go hike. Maybe we can volunteer, or whatever. And I read about it, and I was like, oh, you have to be part of this team. And I'm like, aren't those people that go jumping off mountains and doing like, super epic thing? Well,
Yeah.
we do super epic things. I thought I'd be like the coffee lady. I thought
Right,
I'd be like,
yeah.
I'll bring coffee and there's probably a role for me somewhere.
Yeah.
But as it is, you got to go all in. And then
Yeah.
you can specialize and do some of those epic
Yeah.
things, but they will take someone like me and they will teach us the basic search and rescue skills. And I got into ATVs.
Yeah.
Love it because I don't have to hike so hard.
Yeah.
no
there you go.
So I'm like, hey, you want the
Yeah.
ATVs? I'm your person.
It's the next level up from a golf cart, so it's
Yeah.
relatable.
Yeah. We got to wear helmets
Yeah.
and stuff though, but
Yeah.
So what got me into it is I wanted to help on that search and couldn't, because that was a pretty critical search for that person. And then I love the backcountry and the skills that I learn and teach, and the people are amazing. They're all high level performers in their own careers, and then they bring super high level talent and energy to search and rescue. So it's like hanging out with a bunch of golf course superintendents doing other things. Yeah. Yeah.
Are there friendships that you forged in other fields where you're like, hey, we kind of do the same thing? It's like same but different.
Yeah. Yeah, I am siloed a little bit in golf.
Yeah.
But search and rescue, there's definitely some parallels. It's a volunteer organization, which is a completely different jam than working for
So it's made up fully of people like
fully
you who are
volunteers.
just,
Yeah.
we want to go help out.
Yep.
That
And
rocks.
you still, it's like a professional volunteer. You're just not like, I didn't get to be the coffee lady I thought I could be,
Yeah.
but they took me in and
Someday.
yeah,
Someday
someday.
Yeah.
With
Maybe
enough
when I'm
time
really,
and-
really old. Yeah.
What was like the funnest skill that you learned as part of this like training development in DC SAR?
It's got to be ATV riding at midnight.
Okay.
In the mountains.
Oh, wow.
At midnight.
I mean, any
That's a-
hour of
that's
the
a
day.
ripple.
Yeah.
That's epic. That's some scary stuff too. I got the first time I went, I was like crying behind my helmet. I'm like, what am I doing? Buck up, camper. You know,
Yeah.
don't let them see you cry.
Yeah. You're not the one they're searching and rescuing.
Exactly.
You're not
Do
the
you
one they're
realize
searching and
what you've
rescuing.
done?
Yeah. It's like, ooh, no, I was just the wind in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't scary.
You're wearing
Wow,
a full
it's cold
face
up
helmet.
here.
Yeah.
No,
But dude, going out and I don't save people. The team saves people. But
Yeah.
being a part of that is epic. And they did a climber rescue last year. It was just out of this world. And just to be near that and be a part of it was incredible.
like rock climber ropes,
Yeah.
sheer faces.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that? What is that even like? What is? I know
me-
we're like completely off,
Yeah.
but like.
For me, I'm carrying a rope bag in.
Yeah,
I am
okay.
not doing it.
Yeah.
You do not.
I'll get the ropes to the edge, not over the edge. Yeah.
You guys are the pros on the going over the edge business. So what's that like? And there's not one that's the same. So I'm gonna probably pull up short talking too much about it because it's
yeah.
they're people's lives, and I don't
Sure,
want to
totally,
make
yeah,
you
yeah,
know
I've seen it.
all of it. But from what is it like? It is a complete adrenaline dump. I mean, it is like, woo, this is some incredible stuff to be
Yeah.
a part of, and to be a part of watching the talent and watch people give it their all to take people back, get people back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And the I'm thinking of the project management side of it behind that of like you gotta be ready before you're needed, because if you're not ready before you're needed, you're too late. You
Yeah.
know, and like once you guys get on scene as volunteers, it's like you got to know exactly where you're going and who's in charge, and just thinking about doing that in that adrenaline dump situation.
Yeah. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard to
Yikes.
stay. So it has helped me actually in my day-to-day operations to live in the moment, stay focused.
Made
yeah.
the connection I wanted you to
Yeah.
make without even having to say it.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. To regulate and to
Nicely done.
Yeah.
stay tight.
Yeah. That's really awesome. There's something I've been curious about, and I want to ask it, with respect. There's not a lot of women in our
Yeah.
industry, and you are
That you know of.
that I know of.
No, I'm
But-
playing with you.
Well, sorry. I read that GCSA, whatever they're publishing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are some phenomenal women that I do know in the industry, and I've come to really admire and respect them. Obviously you're the newest addition to the list.
Yeah.
Can you shed some light on what it's like as a young lady coming up,
Sure.
kind of through the industry?
Well, we're gonna have to flash back to the '80s, a whole different era.
Ford was president.
Yeah.
Nixon was in the White House, and
Wait a
FDR
minute.
was
No.
running this
I
country
was
into the
alive in
ground.
80s.
It was
Reagan-
called the 80s.
So
Every one of the facts you just said is wrong.
yeah, boy,
Every single one.
he's a pup.
Yeah.
So I, in the 80s, was rough. I always say I was rough. It was rough. So you kind of had to be rough.
Yeah.
And now that I'm the new generation and the people are much more evolved.
He's just wandering.
Oh, okay.
He's just looking.
So it was rough, but I learned to play rough. And I think I came into it at an era where men and women were going to work same, right?
Yeah.
Dual income households. Husbands saw their wives working. Men were bringing daughters up to go to school and to work. So there really wasn't, and I'm grateful for it. A lot of the guys I work for didn't make a deal out of it. They might have swore a touch less, but not much. You know, in front of
Yeah.
you. I mean, because golf is just a good inclusive activity. Now there were times that it was blatant back in the 80s. It was, you don't belong here, and you're some bad, not epically bad, not scarring bad, but it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
There are probably still elements of that, but I kind of forgot over the years. I think
Yeah.
there was a point in time that the chip on my shoulder wore away,
Yeah.
and that was after building like the third golf course.
Yeah.
You know, growing in it, being my own person. I kind of forgot. So when the question comes up about lady stuff, I kick it around. I'm like, God, really? We got to talk about that? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, and that's, I mean, I was reluctant to ask it, but also I
Yeah.
know, like,
I love it.
one of like Denver's things, like as an organization, is to be inclusive and
Right.
to be to be like representative of people. So like a little girl out here golfing can look and go, I could be that one day.
Yep.
Like I could take care of all of this one day.
Yeah.
And I just think it's rad that you have this perspective that you're like, I have forgotten about it. I think that's awesome.
And I wonder, do you think you see other golf and you interview, is that a bubble I'm living in? Is it not that way out there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know Denver Country Club, their head equipment manager is a lady.
Awesome.
Okay.
I think there are Teresa Troop up at Riverdale Dunes in Brighton.
Okay.
She's the superintendent there. She's there. I think it's a growing thing, and I think we're going to start seeing the fruit of, you know, kind of some of the trees that you've been planting, or just like the way that you and your peers have walked through. And you know, it's changing times, but I think we're going to start seeing it more and more. You know, I had the privilege to be a part of the Bernhard Academy delegation a couple years ago. We had a bunch of women on there.
Yep.
We had Emily Casey out of Arizona and Carol Turner out of Canada, like Shalia Finney
Yep,
from the
yep.
GCSAA. It was funny. They were all on that trip, and I was just like in awe. And I was like, I asked them the question, and you know, each had their own answer. And but I think you know, I in preparation for this, I called Shalia and I was like, hey, I'd love to pick your brain, whatever. She didn't get back to me because she is hiking Hadrian's Wall right now.
Wow, wait.
I know, and I was like,
That sounds epic. I
yeah,
don't
she's
even know
like,
what
can
that
I?
is.
Yeah.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Roman Empire.
You're going to be doing this next summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Roman Emperor Hadrian was conquering everything. He conquered the British Isles, but there was a group of wiry, thick, red-bearded people that he could not conquer.
That's right.
And they were the Scots. They were kilt-wearing, ale-drinking, whiskey-slinging.
Northerners.
Guys who invented golf, no less, right?
No
Yeah,
doubt.
exactly.
Golfers.
Golfer.
Good connection. Good tie.
I've got an idea for a sport.
Yeah.
I take a ball, I whack in the gopher hole. Oh man, Robin Williams bit on
Yeah.
golf from
Yep.
back in the day.
Yep.
Super Sky Point.
Okay, so
Rest
she's
in peace.
climbing that.
So the Emperor Hadrian had a wall built to basically be the demarcation of this is Roman rule. This is under Roman rule.
Yeah.
This
This
is
is as far as we've gotten.
Yep.
Wow. Awesome.
So yeah, it's just this giant wall that you can walk through the countryside and stop in little towns and stay at B&Bs and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
So
anyways.
I want to rephrase that, maybe frame that question back to you a different way. Because
Yeah.
over the years, I've been to many conferences. And now that I'm in this position, I get to see the PGA side of things.
Oh, okay.
And I see so many more women than it blows my mind,
Yeah.
proportionate to what's in the maintenance industry. So my question is, why aren't more women interested in golf course maintenance? I don't think we have an exclusive. I don't think
Yeah.
there's barriers, but what about the PGA has gotten women to be involved?
Yeah.
And our side of the industry, not so much.
That's a great question. What have you seen the PGA? Have you seen the PGA doing other stuff? I know the GCSA has initiatives like Women in Golf and recognition, but I don't know if there's really initiatives for accessibility
Yeah.
on our side. Like, and I would be a fool to try and speak to what the PGA is
Yeah.
doing because I have no
Me
idea.
too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know there's stuff in there's a group in the GCSAA that that were focused on inclusivity, and they're kind of more internal. I think you hit on it when you said, I don't see someone like me. I think whether it's an adaptive golfer
Yeah.
or people of other walks of life or whatever's going on, if they don't see someone like them, they're not comfortable, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's what young girls aren't seeing, golf and golf course maintenance as a potential career option. I'm making that up.
If you're at a mechanic's shop, you're not seeing a lot of women.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, even if it's just your car mechanic or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
It's just not an industry
Yeah.
traditionally populated
Yeah.
by women in a big
Sure.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still
Yeah.
probably has some of that.
Yeah.
I would imagine. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really fun thing to kind of pursue and go like, how do we show the story?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do we show the people that, you know, like, for lack of a better term, like, you could be this.
Yeah.
You could be this person in this seat.
You don't have
and,
to be a cart
you know,
girl. You don't have to
yeah.
be a beverage
Yeah.
cart girl.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
rake some bunkers, ride a tractor. We'll teach you
Yeah.
how to mow greens, something like that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I talk about, especially like COVID, like you said earlier, it exploded the game of golf on a playing side, and they talk about like grow the game, grow the game, grow the game.
Yeah.
For better or worse, the game is growing. And I imagine that part of that ethos, part of that mindset transfers over into the back of house stuff where it's like, we got to grow the game on this side too, of like, we need the people with the new thoughts, the new opinions, so that we can move forward and
Yeah.
not get stuck. I don't have a question. It's just, I was thinking about like, from a golfer perspective, I hear grow the game and I'm like, oh, yeah, good and bad. But we're talking about inclusivity on this side too. And
Yeah.
it would make sense. Like, we need all the voices we can get to make sure that this whole thing is for everybody.
doubt.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I love
Right
it.
on. Well said.
We sent you a questionnaire. You answered it. It was super fun to read it. I loved the part at the end of what you fall back on. We won't talk about that here, but at least yet. But there was one thing that you said that really stuck with me. You said, "I wish I turned 50 20 years ago."
Yeah.
Will you talk about that? Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for asking. Yes.
So I'm now 50-ish.
Hell yeah.
And good Lord, willing, I keep going. But there was like a certain idiot in me for many, many years. That the competitive one kind of beats out the wise one sometimes, right? So it's like, let's just go, go, go. And then all of a sudden I'm just like, wait a minute. Wait, if you think your way through things instead of feel your way through things? What if you quit reacting and you started just going with the flow a little more? I think I said I want to be a little more chill.
Yeah.
I want to not be maybe so pushy and so like, let's go. Maybe do that for the other folks, but I mean, I honestly laugh about it. I would go back and fire myself probably 20, 30 times with the dumb things I've done. Dumb.
Yeah. Like handling people stuff or jumping Cushmans or.
All of it. Well, the Cushman, I'm kind of proud of that. When you get some air on a 3-wheel Cushman and live to tell about it,
Yeah.
that's pretty
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not advocating
Yeah.
like the poor use of your golf facilities
No.
stuff. We are definitely advocating like safe operation, but
Now we are, yes.
We're also
If-
saying tell cool stories.
Yeah.
we are
Like,
also saying
live good
tell
stories
cool
so you can tell cool
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
Night watering could be a whole nother segment for you guys. Have you ever heard of night watering?
Yes. Okay, so my predecessor at Loveland was there for 43 years, and he would tell me. He started there. I want to say like in the late 70s, and so I got to take over from him. He was awesome. Shout out Dale Bassett. Wouldn't be where I'm at without you. You're the man. Mad love and respect. But he would tell us the stories about the night watermen at those golf courses.
Dude, you got to preserve that. You got to go.
Come on.
Tell us.
Yeah, bring it out.
I know
So,
nothing.
Night watering, I will say at just one facility. I can't say for all. At one facility was a whole nother subculture. Those were the guys that you couldn't even make eye contact with. They're so cool.
Yeah.
You know, they come out when the golfers are done. They have these giant quick couplers, and they put in and they time them for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes.
And what are they hooking all that stuff to?
They-
Like where
like,
are they
well-
drawing water?
Yeah, so it's just like no sprinkler heads, right?
Yeah.
One of them had like a cup in the middle of the green. You pull the cup out and plug this giant brass, sprinkler in.
Whoa.
You know the sprinkler dance,
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So the night watering crew was, they were the bad, cool kids of the whole crew. I mean,
Yes.
they would come in and get it done. And I remember, okay, so I did take a page out of their book. They would flood a fairway so well that they could ski down it. They would foot ski. So those are some of the epic stories, some of the parties that have. These are like Caddyshack. Was a documentary. It was not a comedy. So when I came in, not all golf is that way, right?
Yeah.
But some golf was lots of fun back in the day. I
And
may
these
have
literally
flooded.
night, like they're working overnight
Yeah.
to make this
Yeah,
happen.
and it's scary and sketchy.
Yeah.
There's weird things going on out there. There's people out there doing weird things. Yeah, I got to night water once in my whole career,
Yeah.
so at least I got that. I checked the box.
Wow, that's so crazy. And you're basically just dragging a hose around a golf course for the evening.
Well, they're these
Or-
giant quick couplers that have a sprinkler on
Oh,
top
sprinkler
of
head
it.
on
So
them.
you're going
Yeah.
to
Oh.
each station
Yeah.
along the way.
Interesting.
Yeah, trying not
Okay.
to blow your face off. Trying to hopefully it doesn't unscrew and take your head off with it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because those irrigation systems
Yeah.
are 100 psi or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. So night waterman, that's a
Yeah.
whole racket there.
I
Well,
thought we
so-
were about to tell a ghost story, like a common folk tale at golf courses about the night waterman.
I wish I was quick enough to come up with one.
I like it. I like it.
Beware
Yeah.
the night waterman.
The night waterman.
I'm seeing a movie out of this.
Yes,
This is good.
Dale would tell me that these guys would like throw the pumps in the pond, the irrigation ponds. They would, throw the end of the hose in,
Oh, okay.
have a pump, and then basically
Flood?
just drag from spot to spot, like water this part of the fairway. I know I can pump this or set a sprinkler head up here on this part of the fairway, and then kind of leapfrog my pumps and hoses and stuff to get it done.
To get it done.
But yeah, I wish I knew them. I wish I knew the guys like that were that cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel like Caddyshack or some of those golf games like get played out or you get tired of them at all?
Help me out. Go a little deeper on that.
I have some friends in the industry who loathe Carl the greenkeeper, and
Okay.
and so, but they're like everybody thinks that that's just what we do. I guess I got a hybrid. You can pitch and putt off it, or like I don't know if that's like a played out trope or if that still is like it's funny because it's so like not true now. I don't know.
Man, that's kind of a mind twister because on one hand I go, man, on one end of the extreme, loosen up a little bit, right?
Yeah. Okay.
At the end of the day, we're out here doing it. We're having fun. This is
Yeah.
golf.
Yeah.
But on the golf is a spectrum, right? There's a whole. I don't want to make fun of it and not be serious about it and not say, hey, these are professionals. They know that they're leaders. They're scientists. They're
Yeah.
problem solvers. They do all of these things. Man,
Yeah.
if you can't poke fun at yourself every now and again,
Yeah.
that's hard
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You try and pass organic chemistry. I can joke about
Yes.
it.
Right?
Exactly.
Speaking of passing really hard classes,
Yeah.
you have passed really hard classes and exams in your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
That don't have anything to do with grass.
Nothing to do with grass.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing like land right law or something.
Water law is a big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet you around here it's huge.
Yeah. It's huge.
But are you still like a board certified?
Well, I'm
Board certified? You're not. I'm a
There's probably
doctor, man.
There's probably a board.
Yep. So I am. I was licensed in Michigan to practice law, and I gave that one up. I don't think I'm going back. And I have my Colorado bar license. So yes, I'm a Colorado attorney.
Awesome. How does that? Do you pull wisdom from that or anything from that into your day to day?
Absolutely. I dabbled few cases practicing law. Still love golf more. So golf's been an epic career, awesome career. Loved it. But yeah, and actually I got a master's degree over here at DU, specializing in environmental law because of how important it is out here in Colorado.
Yes,
and the
you
first
do.
class I
Wait,
took
you got
was water-
another one?
Yeah. I was kind of
Pam, how much is your brain worth?
not much anymore.
Oh my God, no way.
Slide.
Are you
She already
kidding
told
me?
us she's competitive.
The clutch is burned up a few times. Yeah.
We can replace those. It's
Yeah.
no
Oh,
big.
good. Yeah. So education was important. I may have been dodging life a little bit to stay, just let's keep going to school. And then I'm like, what? You're kicking me out? Yeah, it's called graduation. So
It's not an eviction. It's just the natural course of things.
what? I don't have any more money to keep going. I loved learning. I loved, the book side of life. And to me, it translates very well into this. And I think we could do our kids a greater service by giving them more legal education in high school, giving them more understanding
okay.
of a divorce. I hate to say it, but hey, guess what? Marriage is great. We're going to advertise the heck out of it. But you know what a divorce feels like? Really
Yeah.
sucks. You
Yeah.
know. So not to go off down a rabbit hole, but
No,
the
but
legal
that-
education, I think for anybody in any profession is handy,
Yeah.
whether you practice or not. So I wish we would give more of that to our kids, and not just history. I don't know how many times you took a history class on whatever
Yeah.
and what, but man, if you had a legal education of whatever area of profession you're in would be helpful.
Yeah.
One thing that I know, obviously we talked about it a little bit. We've hit on it a little bit. You've done some news spots recently on water usage. There's water usage is back in the news with data centers, and here in the desert West, it is a thing. It is a real issue that has been growing for decades, but is kind of coming to a head. I would say in the next probably few decades, it's going to be particularly hard to navigate. How do you see that in your role with your background in environmental law, with your background in agronomy? How do you incorporate the stark reality that is growing with, we still want to provide a good place to spoil a long walk for our customers,
Yeah. So I think, put it in perspective, because I came from Michigan, Colorado, two completely different climates as far as water is concerned. So in Michigan, we had, I think it's over 800 courses. Colorado has about 250. So golf is a little bit scarcer here than in
Sure.
wetter climates. So put that in perspective, that golf here is a premium. And the water we use on a golf course, I look at I'm going to talk about our Denver courses. I can't speak to all courses, but Denver courses, some of them have been around over 100 years. They are an asset to the community. They're an asset to people to get out and play. As we mentioned, it's a sport, it's an activity, it's a social activity. So I think, a lot of times I feel like golf gets this bad reputation from people who don't appreciate all that we bring. It's just not bringing you a higher property value. Let's say you don't play golf, but my house is a golf course. It brings a community together, and it's a land use that is good for the environment in so many ways. When you compare it to other land uses, I mean, we are I think almost, if I count them up, I think almost all but one of our facilities is stormwater retention. In one way, shape, or form, serves our community to let water infiltrate. So when you look around, if you were to do a Google overhead, I take Overland as a prime example. That's the only green spot in that entire metropolitan area.
Yeah.
There's Ruby Hill nearby, there's a park nearby. So golf courses are self-sustaining. They make their own money. They provide green space. They provide habitat for birds. They let water infiltrate. So when you talk about water, let's put it in perspective of the value of the water we're putting on this golf course.
Yeah.
Effluent reuse water is City Park, so it uses reuse water, so a form of not stormwater, wastewater.
Like gray water type of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for lack of better, but it goes through the sewers and it's treated to a certain degree. A lot of our golf courses pull water out of wells, so it's raw water. It's not treated water. We do have 2 facilities on potable water. One of them actually traded out. It was a ditch, but the ditch was losing so much water, it was actually more efficient to plumb potable water.
Oh, wow.
So it was actually a water savings in a different way.
Yeah.
So in the bigger context of water conservation, can we please start looking at non-functional turf to stop watering it? I drove through whatever town I live in. I love my town.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at all this green grass that is non-functional, right?
Yeah.
It's just an aesthetic.
Yeah.
We need to have that Midwestern grass is good and grass is everywhere. Let's get rid of it. Let's find other ways to have greenscapes that infiltrate water, aren't heat islands, but aren't green grass. So my answer to you is let's keep golf courses going, and let's find other ways to conserve water. And even on that golf course property, let's find other ways to conserve water, like turf rad.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Oh yeah, can we have a nerdy aside on turf rad?
Man, I will give you a high level view because the super expert on that up there is Colin Murphy at City Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So turf rad is rad.
Okay.
It is very rad. It is a platform that a superintendent and their team can use to drive basically their fairways, which is the biggest land use for a lot of golf courses, especially like if it's routed through a neighborhood. There's more fairway than rough. So it'll drive through there, and it'll use microwave radiation to penetrate the first 3 inches of the soil profile and give an accurate reading of the water content in the soil. Yeah. And it will generate a heat map of what is hot,
what are the hot zones,
and what is wet, and is probably using a little bit too much water.
Okay. Yeah.
And that will allow a superintendent. There are programs now. I think Toro's working on one. That shout out to Toro, Lenny. No, I'm just kidding.
Cue the brand new sponsor music.
But
Thanks,
they're developing. They've developed a program and they're rolling it out now. That will allow a superintendent to really be able to turn like a zone down and turn a zone up. So it's water savings, but it's also water stewardship, which I think is what we're getting at, right? It's like there's a value to it. There's a stewardship to it that a superintendent or their team or director of agronomy will be able to really dial that in. And then, so there's like very functional value benefits to the turf rad. But there's also like a serious playability benefit because with that, you can turn your whole course like very easily into very similar playability from hole to hole. Like we were up at Harmony Club recently, and they've got a very windward side and a side that's pretty protected. So it's easy to kind of dial that in from side to side, water usage wise.
And that windward side probably going to be drier, so you can focus some more of your water over there versus not having to just water the same everywhere. And this side's super lush and spongy, and that side's still dried out. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's the big word. Can I say it? Can I be the smart guy and say it? Evapotranspiration.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Oh, I screwed that up.
No,
I went for the knuckles.
Yeah, we're good.
The more.
Let's try it again. High five, Pam.
She got you. She nailed it.
It was hard to control. I played you intentionally.
That was the best.
Yeah. The more you know.
Yeah.
Star. Evapotransportability.
Yep, nailed it. First try.
Evaporative transitive property of diffusion.
Yep. But I don't think we could have done it better.
Yeah. Got it.
But anyways, you guys are piloting that. Or have you demoed it yet?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It is probably, I hate to say it because I hope I'm not wrong, but it's probably one of the most impressive things I've seen in the technology realm. And I know we've had like drones that fly over and do infrared readings, and it was like, oh, that's cool. This.
Yeah.
And I think it reads like it reads the stuff coming out of the soil, translates it into like 400, Colin says like 400 changes in his irrigation system a night. Whereas a superintendent and their team maybe get 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Because they're driving around and you can only see so much and you can only do so much to, like turn a head up or down, which is what we're talking about, like an irrigation head. You can get head specific. Another thing that's really cool, and this is the last thing I'll say about it, is that there's a way that you can slowly dial the moisture down. If we were talking about it, if you're getting ready for a tournament and you want firm and fast, and you can kind of see the limit that you can get your course to.
Still take care of it, but slowly.
But like at a percentage basis, like we're gonna dry it out a little, like a small percentage every night for the week leading up to, some major massive tournament. I don't know. But anyways,
the Northeastern Regional Amateur Championships.
No doubt. Well, Pam, there's two things I'd love to do with you. Just at the end here, as we're wrapping up, I always want to do this at the very beginning, but we're always just like chit chatting, and it's going so well that I get lost in it. So this is the cup.
This is awesome. What is this?
So this is this is very familiar for you, but this is a segment that we do called Questions from the Cup. So these are questions from our listeners, viewers, people that love the show, and also my brain, because I'm just
cool.
a weird person. But there are two rules to this. We will all take one question from it, and we have to answer honestly.
As honestly as you can.
As honestly as you can without incriminating yourself or those that you love. And then question 2, or rule 2.
The most important one.
If you get the tattoo, you have to get the tattoo. We'll pay for it, but you have to get it. You mentioned already that there's a tattoo.
There's no ink on this. There's no ink on this canvas yet.
Then it's ripe for the drawing.
That's a tough one.
All right.
That's a tough one.
Are we in? The odds are in your favor 100%.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Pull one out. Just read it.
Right at the top.
You don't.
This is awesome.
It's not the tattoo question, judging by your reaction.
Yeah. Morgan always wants to get the.
I'm like digging
This
for
is
it.
the
I
best
really want
question
it.
ever.
Okay, what do you got?
Okay, am I reading it to you guys?
Yeah,
And then
read
you're
it to us.
answering
Yeah,
it.
then you
Yep.
answer it.
If you were a tool in the shop, what are you? 3-pound sledge.
I love that answer.
A little stubby handle.
Yes.
Yeah. It gets it done.
A 3-pound sledgehammer. It's big enough that you can swing it around.
Yeah.
And get some real work done.
Yeah.
It's useful out on the course.
Yeah.
But it's small enough that you're not gonna
It's
get
cute.
fatigue. Yeah.
Still.
No doubt. Come on, Pam.
Still fits
Yeah.
self-defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still works.
Still works for
I
self-defense.
was too quick on that. What do you guys
I
got?
dig it. What do you got?
Would you rather have to loudly narrate your life or have someone else do it for you? My wife would tell most people that I already sort of narrate my life anyway, because I will, at random, be in the kitchen or something. I'll be like, I'm mowing on, just making songs up about the stuff I'm doing.
I love it.
Or like,
He
I
pulls
gotta.
the milk out of the fridge.
He's got ice cold milk.
I can
What
feel
a
it.
nerd.
So I kind of already do it, but I would rather have somebody else.
If you do it, is it 100% truthful? And if the other person does it, is it their viewing? Or is it?
It feels like it'd be their perception of it. Like it'd be like you walking around saying, "All right, Morgan is now going to work. Here he goes." Blank out for the next 10 hours.
How many times do you think they would give you the wah wah noise?
Yes. Boom, boom, boom. I would rather have somebody else do it. Yeah, I'm not that interesting. I want to bore somebody else with that job. I got enough going on up here. I've seen the movie. Have you seen the movie Stranger Than Fiction?
Yeah.
Classic Will Ferrell, excellent version of this question of like,
Yeah.
he's got this narrator in his head,
Okay.
and he's like, what is going on? And it's just talking about his life, and then he wakes up one day and it's like, he didn't know it, but today was the day he was going to die.
Little did.
Little did he know. Also got one of the greatest romantic scenes. he's trying to date this baker, and he brings her a bouquet of flowers, but it's he just got a bunch of different types of baking flour. And so, like, she's a baker, so he got her a bouquet of flowers.
deep.
And in my little dumb romantic head, I'm like, man, that's perfect.
I want to do that.
I want that for me. Anyway,
That's epic. Thanks, dude. I got what's something everyone looks ridiculous doing.
I had an immediate answer come to my brain.
I feel like my knee jerk, based on where we are, is like learning to golf or learning to do anything golf maintenance. Like you put a rake in a new person's hand. Hey, rake this bunker.
Oliver.
It's a little rough.
Shout out to Oliver at the club at Rolling Hills.
Rolling greens.
First
Yeah.
day.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you're going sideways. You don't have a steering wheel on some of them. It's just like a big lever that you go back and forth with. I think, mowing greens. I think anything golf course maintenance is.
I was gonna say eating a banana.
Don't make eye contact.
Nope.
You're such a dork, dude.
Seriously. Next time you're in public,
It's a
watch
good
someone
one.
eat a banana.
I don't want
That's
to.
the dumbest. Exactly. See, you don't want to because you don't want anyone doing it when you don't want anyone watching you when you do it. Shout out to Mike Schmidbauer, if you know him, friend of the pod, good friend of the family,
Good friend of the pod.
worst banana eater in the history of the world.
Why?
He has this method in which he cannot stand the like curvature of your bite on the banana, so he bites it one direction, bites it the other direction to make it flat, and flips the banana slice in his mouth for some unknown reason. Absolute worst thing I've ever
He's a
seen.
mechanical engineer now, so
Yeah, absolute worst thing I've ever seen.
So things not being square and true are
Yeah,
not right.
not okay
Yeah,
with him.
he-
Yeah,
it's gotta
including
be
his
dialed.
bananas.
Including bananas.
Sorry, I hijacked your
It's
question.
so
I didn't
Golf.
mean to.
Yeah.
Now you can hang on to that. That'll be worth very little money one day,
Yeah.
as it is now. But Pam, this is actually my favorite part. Daisy, cue something.
Cue the strings.
Yeah, heart wrenching. Just kidding. Don't. Not heart wrenching, but just give me something. Pam Smith,
Yeah.
you started working on golf courses in the 1980s,
Yeah.
the mid 80s. I won't say which of the 80.
Yep.
You did construction. You worked in Indiana. You worked in Michigan. You worked out here. Every time that you've come into work, you are doing something in service of others. I think that's been so evident throughout our whole conversation that there's like a competitiveness and a wisdom that has kind of outcompeted the competitiveness. But in doing so, it seems like it's always been done for somebody else, you know? And in your time being a steward of golf courses and the game itself, you have prepared that for 8.7 million human beings from Indiana, Michigan, out here. 8.7 million long walks ruined, 8.7 million something for the sake of another. And I think that is really awesome. I just want to say thanks for doing it and thanks for how you do it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Of course.
Yeah. Thank you for what you're doing and this opportunity. That's pretty cool. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's our pleasure. Well, you rock. You're such a legend. Thanks for taking the time to sit down with us.
I feel so lucky. So lucky to have had you in this little garage.
Oh
a
man.
million
Yeah.
percent.
Oh man.
Yeah, if people want to come golf in Denver, come take a trip. I know the perfect place for them. Come to Harvard Gulch. It's the gem of Denver. so-
BYOB.
You can BYOB, and of course our other facilities are amazing.
Yep.
I don't want to exclude anybody, but all our courses are awesome. Yeah.
City Park, Overland, Harvard Gulch.
Kennedy, Evergreen, Willis Case. Did we say Welshire?
Well, 100 years.
100
this-
year, yeah. And Donald Ross Design.
Wow.
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, our courses are just impressive all across the board.
That's amazing.
But thanks for coming out to Harvard, because
course.
that's the little underdog that
I
could.
love
I have absolutely fallen in love in the last few hours of being here.
Yep.
Like in an undefinable way.
No question.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Pam, thank you. Thanks for listening and watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody. A massive thank you to Pam and the team here at Harvard Gulch and Denver Golf for making today possible. You can find where to get in touch with her in the show notes. Check out Pam's keeper spot over on our YouTube channel, Under the Greens Pod. Thanks to our viewers and listeners for making this stream possible. I'll never get tired of saying that. Please, for the love of Pete, keep liking, rating, and sharing both the show and video. You can follow us at Under the Greens on all socials. If you want to grab a shovel and take an even deeper look, sign up for our newsletter, The Beaver Tale. Link is in the show notes or at underthegreens.com. All music credits are in the show notes. As always, we were recorded and produced by Kosec Media, inspired by Shade, Straight, and Sterner. Production support came from UT MFR Group. Kudos to Craigers and to anyone who tips their cap to their keeper. Thank you so much for listening, and remember, if you know thy keeper and love thy keeper, you'll never walk alone. We'll see you next time, Under the Greens.